Sure. My name is Paul Hudson. I'm running for the United States Congress in the 3rd District, which covers Grand Rapids, Grand Haven, Muskegon. I have a wife and 2 kids, 16 and 14. But let me tell you a little bit about my family story and about my personal hero in life. That's my grandfather, Duffy Doherty. He was the head football coach at Michigan State in the 50s and 60s and early 70s. Some of you may have heard of him. Um, he was not just my personal hero, he was an American hero. He served our country in the jungles of New Guinea in World War II, and he fought in an integrated unit. And he brought that perspective home with him to Michigan State, where he was a pioneer in racially integrating college football. He formed the first truly integrated teams anywhere in the country, and won 2 national championships. Was on the cover of Time magazine. But that part of the family story is most important to me. If you know anything about Duffy Doherty, you know something about me. That's what leadership looks like. That's what unifying leadership looks like. I'm running for Congress because we need change. I know I'm not the only one who has looked at our government in recent years and asked, is this really the best we can do? I have a motto that I live by. It's let's leave this place. And I'm worried for my kids' generation that we're not living up to that promise. We can all feel in our bones that something's not right here. The extremes are taking over, and it really seems like nobody is representing the rest of us. So I've been deeply disappointed in leadership in both parties. There's plenty of blame to go around, but I think we should feel hopeful and optimistic about the future. And the way forward is to focus on the issues that bring us together, not divide us. So we need to get back to common sense, common ground, practical policy making that charts a new course for us and allows us to move forward as a nation. Well, I've been practicing law in this state for 17 years. I've been honored to represent police officers in the court of law, advocating for constitutional rights and advocating for a better business climate in this state. I had the appeals group at this one of the state's oldest and largest law firms. I think that perspective gives me a deep insight into the workings of our not just our legal system, but our government as well. I revere the Constitution. I revere the separation of powers, and I understand that our government works best when our 3 branches are working as checks and balances on each other. So I think that background would serve me well as your representative in Congress. Well, the issues that I've heard from voters across the district are inflation and cost of living, education, and then security, both at home and abroad. I've laid out on my website, paulhudsonforcongress.com, what I call my GPS plan. And I think we can all feel that the country's been off course in recent years. Let's follow this GPS to get us back on track. It stands for growth, prosperity, and security. And in the growth prong, it's lower taxes, less regulation, lower government spending, because that's going to solve our inflation problem that we've had that's been caused by excessive government spending in recent years. And prosperity, we need to set our next generation up for success. Our educational outcomes here in Michigan have slipped to 42nd in the nation. It's not acceptable. We need to recommit to educating our kids. And then finally, security. We need to secure our border. We need to lead on the world stage again and protect our national security. So those are the priorities that I've laid out in my GPS plan. Absolutely. Bipartisanship is not just a priority, it's the only way that our government works. Our government is a system of checks and balances. We have 3 branches of government. We're going to have divided government most of the time in this country. And the American people and the people of the 3rd District expect their representatives to get things done, even when we have divided government. So I think there's been a harmful trend in recent years where sort of it's just a winner take all. And if you don't get everything you want, then nothing gets done. So we need to recommit to constructively engaging with the other side, finding common ground, and getting results for the people of the district.